Oh my goodness. I was told that the bar was going to be set off pretty low here, but I don't think that was the case here with the first two. But for the first time, I think, in all my life, I could possibly be speechless. I'm a coach now and everything else, but I don't have too much to say. But first thing, of course, I would love to thank the inductees here, as I know I'm standing in great company as well with everyone else out here in the auditorium. It's been a really good night so far, and I'll try and keep it short. So I just wanted to tell you one or two quick stories, because as my teammates know, I like to do that. So here I was 18 years old. I'm again, Southern California. It's hot, it's nice. I had a surfboard, I was ready to go out. Sure enough, I'm hanging out, just about to go, and my godfather calls me up. He goes, "Hey, what's up? How you been?" I'm like, good. He went to grad school here, by the way, in 1986, Neil McCready. And he goes, "Hey," awesome guy. So he ended up talking with Russ. And then he goes, "Oh my gosh, I got this great guy. You got to call him up," and stuff like that. Now, at that time, I actually verbally committed with the University of Utah. Whoops. And thank goodness I didn't sign anything. I promised everyone I'm not going east of the Mississippi. There's no way. No way. I freeze just going to Nevada. So I end up going along, and everything's going good. Russ calls me up. He goes, "Hey, how's it going? You want to come on out here?" No, I don't. "Come on, just come on out. It'll be fun, we got a good team and stuff." No, I'm good. And finally, after a little bit, he goes, "Well, look, just come on out." I'm like, "All right, fine. I'll come on out." So he sends me a ticket well before e-tickets and everything else. The thing says Hartford, Connecticut. All right, look, Russ, you got me the wrong ticket. You got me now flying into Connecticut. I thought I was signing up for Massachusetts. Now, well before Skype and everything, I could just feel this deep eye roll as he just, "Look, could you do me a favor? Could you just get on the plane? Could you just do that for me?" All right, fine. So sure enough, I have Russ and his assistant come on over and pick me up. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. And I thought, again, I was all 100% into Utah. And sure enough, I get onto the campus. No more than 10 minutes later, I knew this was my place. My heart settled in so well out here, even though it was cold. Actually, no, I will tell you, it was 61 degrees in February, which all the team said, "Don't worry, that's normal." I'm like, "Oh, I think I could do this. This is good." The horseshoe has pickup games going on. There's ultimate frisbee galore. I'm like, "Yeah, all right, that's good." And I fell in love with this place. And let me tell you the reasons why. Not only is Russ the greatest swim coach pretty much in the history of swimming, which is a sport going on since we've ever had water, but this team was the most incredible. This is back when we had water polo and swimming, both a men's and women's program, and nowhere did I ever see a program with such a close-knit group of people. From the swimmers to the water polo, from the women to the men, to the coaches, to the trainers, to even the pool guy, if we even had one. Probably not. But it was the greatest team ever. So really, truly, in all essence, I was the luckiest guy ever, and that made it the most easiest decision in the world. And we're joking around with Russ here on his, we won't mention his 21st birthday here, but I signed on I think that was his 19th annual 21st birthday. Calls me up and goes, "Hey, what are you doing? It's my birthday. Sue's making me dinner. Tell me some good news." "All right, I'll sign it right now." And it was a lot better than that recruit call, I'll put it that way. So I come on out here. I just have a blast. Then October hit. It was 45 degrees. Wait a minute. It was 60 degrees in February. 3 of the swimmers, "Really? You bought that?" I'm in for a long one. So I'm asking my roommate, I'm like, "Hey, is it going to snow today?" He goes, "Brown, it's 45 degrees. Is it going to snow?" Oh my gosh. So sure enough, that was how I went into it. But again, I fought through it all, and I know my first year was a little tough, but my team really supported me, gathered me around, brought me up, and it ended up being a very, very good year where I grew a lot as a person, as a swimmer, and it was a great opportunity. After that, from the Sophomore year on, this was the greatest 4 years of my life. UMass has been the most important thing for all of my friends, for all of my teammates, for all of my character. Everything which I think I've learned about swimming, about professionalism, about teamwork, about camaraderie, and loyalty has come from this university. And it's just been the absolute best opportunity to go around, say that I'm a UMass alum. Every channel swim which I've swam, I've always carried an old school UMass towel that the Shaw, you guys might know, he gave me, it goes, here, Brown, have this. And he gives me this towel. This thing I carry on every one of my swims. And I always pose with it. I always send it a picture to Russ. And it's just, that has always been a very important part of my life. And it's not that I'm trying to be a swimmer from college, because that was 14 years and 14 pounds ago, that's for sure. But I know that that has taught me what it has. Now it cracks me up, because of course my team knew that I was always the last in the water, because it was cold. And we never had an automated heater, and now I'm going out and doing this other stuff, and it's been very well worth it, and that would have never ever happened from being here, or I'm sorry, from not being here. This has been the best. So with that, I will tell you that I'm getting into the Hall of Fame right now, which is weird by every aspect, but the reason why is because I had one great swim. I had a few good swims, but I had one great swim, and that was absolutely a life changer for me. And this was the end of Atlantic 10s. We had 3 hard, grueling days going through there. I was sore, I couldn't lift my arms, my legs hurt, everyone's tired, and there's 2 last events in the evening, 200 breaststroke, 200 fly, and then of course the relay. We just had the best team ever. Russ is telling me it was this year, but come on, we all know it was our year, right? So as I get up there, I remember I was swimming well, and I get up into the ready room, which is where they tuck you in underneath in the little coach's hospitality. It's a little hard not to take some goldfish and eat them, but you know, I walked in the back, and I remember just not even blinking. And I was so scared, because the year before, my junior year, I was first alternate for NCAAs. And I knew how hard that meet was to make. And that was my promise to Russ, that was my promise to the team, and that was my promise to my family, that I was going to make this meet. And I remember walking into that ready room, and I felt good. And I remember thinking a little bit about what I did. But that's where the true character comes in, right? It's right before when you really get to think about that athletic performance. For the first time, I really did not even think one bit about myself. I knew that I had 17 other teammates out on the deck, all excited. We had the meat in the bag, but still, everyone was counting on still finishing the deal. And that was the best feeling in the world, coming out of that ready room. And I remember walking vaguely, because I was just straight looking forward to what I had to do. I needed to make NCAAs. And all my team was patting me on the back, everything else. And that was just the best feeling in the world. I wish I could go to work every day like that. I think I'd be the most productive guy in the world, right? So I get behind the blocks, and I end up just having the best race of my life. I end up making NCs. And I would have never known that I would have made NCs or not until after I was done. If I missed NCs, bummer. That was the end of my career. If I made NCs, awesome. We made history and we get to go. And sure enough, I made it, and the place just exploded, and that was really, really a great moment. And not rejoicing for what that performance was, it was a performance of what we all did. And it was a performance of all of our teammates out of all 4 years that I was there. But not only that, our program was, what, 90 years old now? Give or take. I mean, that's pretty amazing. So I knew I've had that on my back all the way throughout my years of swimming, and to actually give back in that aspect was the absolute best for the university and for our program and everything that we've done. So that was a good one. That's it for my stories. I will share some more later, don't worry. But I do want to thank, obviously, many people in there. First of all, got to thank Russ. Russ is the man, Russ is the legend, Russ is the best coach possible. Nowhere, and this is bad because I'm saying this in front of my dad, but nowhere have I had a guy believe that I could get in there, whip me around, everything else. Dad, you've done that, but Russ has been there all the way throughout, said, Bill, I got you, I got your son, don't worry. And he took care of me from the beginning, from Thanksgiving dinners, all the way to just being around anytime I needed him, walking into the office. He was always, always there for me. And I know that it isn't just me. It's been for all these guys. And to have these people and all these swimmers coming out just for this ceremony is absolutely mind-blowing and very touching, that all these people support our great program. Russ has been a very crucial part all the way throughout, and he's just been an absolute legend to this university, and I couldn't imagine swimming for anyone else ever. I emulate my coaching all to what he has taught me over the years, and it's been a great relationship so far, and I can't wait for many more years to come. I'd love to thank my family. I got my father over here, and I got my godfather. They've been a huge influence in my life. And of course, my teammates. Without my teammates being in there, pushing me, making fun of me, telling me I'm a wimp because I'm cold, everything else, they've always been there. And to see everyone up here it's absolutely great. I was at Alumni Weekend last week, and to meet a lot of the younger generations, and to be a part of that is really, really special. And to see all this come together, it's just the best. So for me personally, do I deserve to be here? I don't think so. I think my team does. I think overall our program does. I think my classmates do. The 2001 of my 4 classmates, on top of all the others great swimmers that we've had, we did that all together, and nowhere would I have ever done just a fraction of what I've done without their help. I would have never been up there to believe in myself. I would have never gone up there and just felt that adrenaline, those high fives, everything else. My team was always there for me. And that's something special that all of us athletes, no matter what sport, has always been. Sport always brings out the best character in every single one, and it does every single day with UMass Swimming and UMass Athletics. The college, the university, the athletic program, our swimming program, just top notch. And I couldn't be prouder to say I'm a UMass alum. I couldn't be prouder to say now I'm in the Hall of Fame. Well, that's weird. And to say I'm with these great gentlemen over here among every other great athlete which has come through here. We're now a great part of the top 100 athletes that have gone through the University of Massachusetts, and we look forward to being a great part of many, many more in the future. I know I'm not the last UMass swimmer to get in here. I hope I'm one of many to get in from here on out. And I appreciate all you guys coming here, listening to my stories, and celebrating with all of our great careers. Thank you very much.